Now let us start this session with MySQL revision. MySQL commands have different categories. First is data definition language commands or DDL commands are group of those commands which deals with the structure of a table or database. All those commands are known as data definition language commands. What are those commands? Those commands are create table command or create database command, then alter table command and drop table command. These are all DDL commands. Then there are DML commands, data manipulation language commands. Now these are group of those commands which manipulates or which deals with the data. Okay, now most commonly used DML commands are insert, update, delete and select command. All these commands are known as DML commands. Then there are transaction control language commands or TCL commands, transaction control language, in which two commands are there, grant and revoke. Okay, in your examination you may get a 2-mark question. What is the difference between DDL and DML commands? Give examples of each command. Now let us revise what all data types we learned in class 11th, data types of MySQL. Now in order to save strings or characters, the data types available are char and varchar, where char data type is fixed length data type, where if suppose you have given size of a particular field as 10, char 10, that means even if you save smaller values in that column, the size of that data item will be fixed as 10. Maximum 10 characters you can save in that column. If you save a value which is less than 10 characters, then the remaining characters will be padded with spaces. Okay, then there is varchar data type or variable length data type. In a variable length data type, the extra bits are not filled with spaces. If you have given size of varchar field as 10, right, and if you save RAM in that particular column, only 3 characters, so the remaining 7 characters will not be padded with spaces as it is done in char data type. Then under numeric data types, there is a data type named number. Okay, number takes 2 arguments. First argument is the total width of the column, and second argument is the position of decimal point from right hand side. Okay, so if you write number 10, 2, that means the total width of the column you want as 10 digits, and from the right hand side after 2 digits there is a decimal point. Even the decimal point is included in the total size of the data type. Then there is decimal. Decimal is also used in the same way as number or numeric data type is used. Again, decimal requires 2 arguments, total width of the column and the decimal point and the position of decimal point from the right hand side. So if you write data type as decimal 6, 2, that means total width of the column will be of 6 digits, right? From the right hand side after 2 digits there is a decimal point, right? So what is the maximum value which can be saved in this? Maximum value saved in this column will be 999.99. okay, then there is int or integer, which requires only one argument, that is the size of that particular column. If you don't give size of the column, then it will take the maximum width that integer data type requires, that is 2 bytes. Then float is same as decimal, right, which is used to store decimal values. Even float is used to store decimal values. It requires 2 arguments, total, width and position of decimal point from the right hand side. Then there are date data type. In date data type, date doesn't require any argument. Simply you have to give data type name as date. Okay. MySQL doesn't take number data type. Number is a valid data type in Oracle. See, I had given number here, it has given me error. Okay. Then when I execute this, see here you can see create table temp2 RNO int data type I have taken, then decimal 8,2 concession numeric. Numeric is same as decimal. Decimal, numeric and float are same, that requires 2 arguments. Okay. What if you have to save an integer value using a decimal data type? In that case, you can write it like this: fees, then decimal, and then you can write 4,0, right? So it is made in such a way that it requires 2 arguments, right? But you don't want any fractional point, right? So using decimal data type, you can save integer values having width of 4 digits, or you can go for int data type also. Now let us see how to make simple queries in a table which has been saved in a database. Okay. Now to see the data which is saved in a table, the command which is used is select. In the simplest form, select command is used in this way. This is the syntax of the simplest select command. Select star, you have to specify either star means all columns, or you can specify column list. From is a keyword, and then table name, from which table name you want to take out the data. Okay. If I write select star from EMPL, now star here means all columns. Okay. Now if suppose I want to see only a few columns, so how I can execute the query? Instead of star, now you have to give column list, right? In this example I have used star. Star means wild card, all columns. Star means all columns, right? Now if I want few columns, then you can write select. Suppose I want ename, and I want hire date, then I want job and sal. I want 4 columns from EMPL. Now see here ename. Now exactly you have to use these names in the column list. If you don't know the names, you can describe the table and see the column names. Okay. But see here I have written ename, then hire date, after hire date job. Now in the actual table job is existing before hire date, right? But while displaying I can display job after hire date, right? Then sal. This command is perfectly correct, there is no error, right? See, now it is displaying me only a few columns. So star means all columns. Column list, you have to specify list of columns separated by comma, right? And then from table name. Now use of distinct keyword. It is used to eliminate redundant data. Suppose I execute a query, select let us say job from EMPL. Okay, now see, it is showing me clerk, 3-4 clerks, then salesman, manager. Now if I want to eliminate these redundant rows in this output, I can use distinct. So how I can write it? Select distinct job from EMPL. Now it is showing only the distinct data. Redundant data has been removed. Then in order to view the structure of a table, you can write describe command. Right? Or you can write DESC, first 4 characters of the command, and then okay. So it is showing me the structure of EMPL table or structure of DEPT table. Okay, see here in this first query I had written describe EMPL, so it is showing me the structure of EMPL table. In the next query I had written DESC, first 4 characters of this command, DESC DEPT, so it is showing me the structure of DEPT table. Then in order to make simple queries using select command, you can write select 7 into 34 divided by 2, right? Now there is no table involved, I am using only constants, so you can write a query like this in order to find out what is the result of this simple calculation. Now the calculation can be involved in the data which has been saved in the table. Let us say if I want to see the details of the salary of all the employees, employee name, salary, and if I give them 10% hike in the salary, right? Then after adding 10%, what will be their new salary? Okay, so I can write a command like this: select ename, comma, sal, comma. Now I have to add 10% of existing salary in the existing salary of all the employees. Now if I write 10 divided by 100 into sal, this will give you 10% of the salary, right, from EMPL. Now see, 80 rupees is 10% of this, but what was the question? The question was I want to display employee name, salary, and 10% added in the salary as new salary from EMPL. So in that case, what you have to do in this value, you have to, this 10% must be added in the existing salary. Okay, so here I will write sal plus, you can write sal plus sal, right, from EMPL. Now see, now it is showing me 80 rupees added in the existing salary. Earlier what it was doing? Earlier it was just displaying me 10% of the salary. Okay, now suppose I want to give new, now it is showing me the expression here. I want to display new salary as the column heading here. Now this column doesn't exist in the actual EMPL table, right? I am displaying this column just to display it in the select query, right? Just for displaying it, I have created this column using select query. This column doesn't actually exist in the EMPL table. Now because I have used expression that involves data which is coming from table, तो अब from और table का नाम लिखना पड़ेगा. Earlier I was using a simple expression where the data was not coming from any table, so from and टेबल नेम वॉज नॉट गिवन. सी यहाँ पर मैंने सिंपल कैलकुलेशन किया था. इन दिस कैलकुलेशन आई हैड नॉट यूज्ड फ्रॉम एंड टेबल नेम, राइट? बट इन दिस केस, बिकॉज this expression involves a variable, this variable is actually a field name. Now this field name exists in this table EMPL, so I have to give from and table name also. Okay, then now the problem is I want to, just for displaying purpose, I want to change the name of this heading to make it more readable, right? So I will give a nickname to this column just for this query only, right? That is known as column alias or alias, whatever you call it, right? So this is the column. Then I will give space and then I will write new salary. That means I want to give new name to this expression or to this column, and the name is new salary from EMPL. Now see, now it is showing me column name as new salary. Similarly, you can change the names of these columns also. Employee e name की जगह you can write employee name here. Sal की जगह you can write salary here, right? But in the actual table, the name of fields are, the name of columns are e name and sal. Just for displaying it in MySQL, I am changing the names of these columns in this query. Now one more thing you have to remember, that if the column alias consists of two words, now here it is consisting of two words, new salary, but I had not given space in between. Had I given space here, it would have given error C, right? Why? Because new is an independent entity and salary is an independent entity. What it is thinking? Select, okay, select command user wants to use, then this is the column name, this is second column name, third column name, then third column name ka alias user has given as new, then user has forgot to put a comma here new ke baad mein. But what is your requirement? You want to treat this whole new space salary as one entity, right? So in that case you have to write it in double quotes, right? Then I'll change name of sal also. इस sal का नाम change करके I will give as salary, sal space salary, right? Now see, sal का नाम मैंने क्या दे दिया? Salary, right? E name का नाम change नहीं किया, salary and new salary. Now this new salary, new space salary must be treated as one name. That is why it has been given in single quotes, right? If it is one word only, if the column alias is one word, you need not write double quotes here. Even if you write double quotes here, you will not get error. But if the column alias consists of two words, two or more words, those words must be included in double quotes. Now you can use as word also, right? If you give a single space here, that is okay. but you can use as also. Now the expression as new salary, the output is same only, right? So it is up to you. If you want to use name, here also you can write sal as salary, right? That means you want to give name of sal as salary for this particular query. Now null is a keyword in MySQL. Okay, now suppose I want to see some details where null is involved. Okay, I want to see such rows where null is involved, right? Where commission is null. Now before that we have to learn how to take out rows from a database, from a table, right? Now here in this query I had written select star from EMPL, or if I write column list here, then also it will display all the rows which are saved in the table, right? Even if you write column list here, it will just take out these columns, but you will see all the 14 rows of EMPL table. Suppose I want to see only particular rows from a table. In that case, you have to use where and condition. Where and condition. Okay. Now see, I told you I want to see only those rows where commission is null. Now these rows where the value of commission is null, I want to see only those rows. So what I can do, I'll write select. Suppose I want to see all the columns star from EMPL where com is null. Now see, whenever you use null, right, you have to use is keyword, right? If you use equal to, then what happen? Let us see. If I use equal to instead of null, com is equal to null, so you will get a null set always, right? तो हमेशा याद रखो, जब तुम null यूज कर रहे हो, null के साथ में is कीवर्ड यूज करना है, is और is not, right? Now suppose I want to see only those rows where commission is not null. So what you can write? Where com is not null, right? So it is displaying only those rows where there is some commission. Even 0 is a significant value, that is why it is showing 0. Null and 0 are not, they are not same. Null and space are not same. Null means nothing, not even 0, not even space. Then you can use all these relational operators, greater than, less than, greater than, equal to, less than, equal to, and this is not equal to, right? Say for example, I want to display those rows from EMPL table where department number is 30. So I'll write a query select star from EMPL where DEPTNO is equal to, or you can give a space here in between, is equal to 30, right? Now suppose I want to see all such rows where department number is not 30, right? So I can write not equal to operator here. So it is displaying all those rows where department number is not 30, right? Then you can use other relational operators. Now suppose I want to see the employee names and salary of those employees where salary is greater than 1200. Okay, select employee number comma employee name from EMPL where sal greater than equal to 1200, right? If you display salary along with, you will come to know. I will display sal also. Now see, in each case salary is more than or equal to 1200, right? Then in order to combine two conditions, you can use logical operators and or. Okay, either you can use this keyword and or you can use these symbols, double ampersand symbol and double pipe sign, in order to represent or. Not, either you can write not keyword or you can write exclamation mark. Okay, now let us see, form a query. Now in this table, suppose I want to display all those rows where salary is more than 1300, right, and less than or equal to 1500. Okay, so I'll write a query, select star from EMPL where sal greater than equal to 1300, right? Now I have to check two conditions. Salary must be greater than 1300 and salary must be less than 1500 also, right? So where sal greater than equal to 1300 and keyword you can write, and sal less than equal to 1500. There are only two such rows, 1300 and 1500. Only two employees have got this salary, 1300, 1500. Okay, then there is 5000 greater than 1300. Oops. Let's do it. Then there is 1600. Okay, so it has displayed two rows where salary is between this range. Now I can give this command using ampersand symbol also. Same output you will get. So instead of and keyword, you can write double ampersand sign, right? Now suppose, now in this query both the conditions must be true. Here the salary is greater than equal to 1300 as well as sal is less than equal to 1500. Here also in this case sal is greater than equal to 1300 and less than equal to 1500. So both the conditions are true. Okay, if I write star from EMPL where sal is greater than 1300 or, instead of or you can write or keyword or two pipe symbols, right? So in all these cases either salary is greater than 1300 और सैलरी इज लेस देन 1500. सारी रोज ही दिखाएगा फिर वो, राइट? या तो ये कंडीशन ट्रू होना चाहिए या ये कंडीशन ट्रू होना चाहिए. ओके, नाउ सपोज आई राइट क्वेरी यूजिंग दिस नॉट ऑपरेटर. पहले हमने जो एंड वाला क्वेरी लिखा था उसको मैं नॉट कर देता हूं. Now see what it has displayed. it has displayed all those rows where salary is either less than 1300 or more than 1500. 1300 से 1500 की रेंज में जिन एम्प्लॉयज़ की सैलरी थी वो दो रिकॉर्ड्स नहीं दिखाए उसने, राइट? बाकी सारे रिकॉर्ड्स दिखा दिए, राइट? वेयर नॉट मीन्स वॉट एवर दिस कंडीशन विल रिटर्न, उसका ऑपोजिट, राइट? सो अर्लियर दिस कंडीशन वॉज returning salaries where sal is greater than or equal to 1300 as well as sal was less than equal to 1500. Now in all these cases salary is either less than 1300 or more than 1500, right? Or suppose you want to see the details of all those employees which do not belong to department number 30, जो department number 30 में नहीं है, where DPTNO not equal to 30, right? So you can write DPTNO equal to 30 और इसको तुम यहाँ पर not लगा सकते हो, पूरा कंडीशन से पहले not, and then it can be written in many ways. The same query can be written like this also, where DPTNO instead of not you can use exclamation mark also. Exclamation, use same output you will get. Then you can write it this way also, where DPTNO not equal to 30, same output. Or you can write using not equal to operator, DPTNO not equal to 30, same output, okay? You can give conditions based on a range using between keyword also. Now one thing you always remember, जब भी between तुम use कर रहे हो query के अंदर, you have to use and keyword, right? In the question they will give display the details of those employees where salary is between 1300 to 1500, right? But while writing the SQL query you will write between 1300 and 1500, okay? Now in this, these lower and upper bounds are also included in the between query. Between के साथ में जो भी तुम वैल्यू लिख रहे हो between 1300 and 1500, तो अगर किसी एम्प्लॉय का सैलरी 1300 है वो भी इंक्लूडेड है, 1500 है वो भी इंक्लूडेड है, ओके? सो द सेम क्वेरी विच वी डिड अर्लियर, where you have to display the details of those employees where salary is in the range 1250 and let us say 1500, okay? So select star from EMPL where sal between, lower bound क्या है 1250 and upper bound is what? Upper bound is 1500. Now see, it has given you all those rows where salary is in the range 1250 till 1500. Here 1250 is included as well as 1500 is also included. Now this query is same as if you write select star from EMPL where sal greater than equal to 1250 and sal less than equal to 1500. इसको simplify करने के लिए you can use between keyword. Okay, see here also you will get the same output, right? This is also a condition based on a range, but what mistake you do in this query, that also I'll tell. You will write select star from EMPL, then here you will write where sal greater than equal to 1250 and less than equal to 1500. So you will get an error like this, right? So in order to remove this error, what you have to do, on either side of and or, you have to write a condition, complete condition, which will return either true or false. Now this condition sal greater than equal to 1250 will return either true or false. एंड के इस साइड में यू हैव रिटर्न ओनली लेस देन इक्वल टू 1500, तो ये क्या ट्रू या फॉल्स रिटर्न करेगा? किसी के साथ कंपेयर नहीं कर रहे हो ना, सो यू हैव टू राइट इट लाइक दिस, सैल ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू 1250 एंड सैल लेस देन इक्वल टू 1500, एंड के दोनों साइड में पूरा रिलेशनल एक्सप्रेशन आएगा. ओके, देन यू कैन यूज नॉट in between also. Select star from EMPL where between वाला लेंगे, where sal between, where sal not between, right? So whoever employee has salary in the range 1250 till 1500, उन employees का data इसने नहीं दिखाया है, बाकी सारे employees का data दिखाया है. Okay, then next is condition based on lists. Now condition based on a list. Now let us execute a query. Suppose I want to see the details of those employees who are either clerk or manager or salesman. या तो वो क्लर्क हैं या मैनेजर हैं या सेल्समैन है, ऐसे सारे एम्प्लॉयज का. सपोज आई वांट टू सी द एम्प्लॉय नेम, जॉब एंड सैलरी, राइट? सो आई विल राइट अ क्वेरी, सिलेक्ट ई नेम, जॉब, सैल फ्रॉम EMPL वेयर. अब मेरे को जॉब चेक करना पड़ेगा, वेयर जॉब इज इक्वल टू व्हाट? सेल्समैन. सो आई विल राइट salesman और job is equal to, और job is equal to क्या बोला था? मैनेजर और job is equal to clerk. Now see, it has displayed those rows where job is either clerk or salesman or manager, right? Now this query I can write using a in and list also, right? Using in clause, right? See how it can be written, where job in, and then after in I will specify list of items. List of items में क्या आ जाएगा? क्लर्क, मैनेजर, salesman. Okay, now what it has done, it has compared job with either clerk or manager or salesman. So if the value of job is either clerk or manager or salesman, whatever values you have given in the list, if that value matches with the job, right, it will display that particular row. Okay, now because this is character data, it is included in single quotes. So now suppose I want to see the details of those employees who belongs to department number 10, 20 और 40 डिपार्टमेंट है उसमें, पहले देख लेते हैं. सिलेक्ट स्टार फ्रॉम EMPL. 40 department doesn't exist. So suppose I want to see the details of those employees from EMPL where DPTNO in. Now suppose I want to see the details of those employees who are either in department number 10 or 30. Right. You can write 10 comma 30 also, 30 comma 10 also, both are correct. Now here 10 and 30 are not included in single quotes. Why? Because it is numeric data. Earlier we were comparing it with character data, so the character data was included in single quotes. See, select star from EMPL where DEPTNO in 30 comma 10. So this is list of values, right, which are compared with the value of DEPTNO. So first row value of DEPTNO is 30. 30 is there in the list, so it will display that row. Then it will take the second row. Second row it will find out what is the value of DEPTNO. DEPTNO is 30, it will display that row. So out of 14 it has displayed only 9 rows where department number is either 10 or 30, because in this list you have given either 10 or 30. Now between keyword can be used to compare dates also, right? Suppose I want to see the details of those employees who are hired in 1991, right? Again, two ways you can write this query. First method is this: select star from EMPL where hire date you will write greater than equal to 1991 dash 01 dash 01 and hire date less than equal to 1991 dash 12 dash 31. Okay, now dates must be written in this format only: DYYY dash MM dash DD, right? So now it has displayed all such rows where hire date is greater than this date value, and as well as it is less than this date value. That means you are displaying all the records where hire date is of 1991 year. It can be written using between also. between से कैसे लिखोगे? Where hire date between then first value you can give 1991 dash 1 dash 1 and 1991 dash 12 dash 31. Same output you will get. So between is used to compare the range of dates also. Next is pattern matching in SQL queries. Now two symbols can be used: underscore and percentage. Percentage is used where you want to replace one or more characters. Underscore is used where you want to replace only one character. Okay. Now say for example, suppose I want to display the records where the second character of the name is A and the total name must be of 5 characters. Okay, second character must be A and the total width of the name is 5 characters. Okay, so select star from EMPL where ename like. Now whenever you will use these wildcards, underscore and percentage, you have to use like keyword, right? Where ename like. Now total width you want how many? 5 characters. So I will give 2 3 4 5 underscore sign symbol, right? But the question was second character must be A. So first character can be anything, second character must be A, third, fourth, fifth character can be anything. Okay, now see, it has displayed two names, Jatin and Fakir. Now in this, the total name e-name is of 5 characters. तो एक कैरेक्टर मेरे को यहाँ पर रिप्लेस करवाना है, राइट? नाउ दिस कैरेक्टर कैन बी एनीथिंग. एनीथिंग मीन्स आई हैव यूज्ड वन अंडरस्कोर. Second character I want as A, right? In both these cases it is A. So this underscore in the first row is replaced with J, second it is replaced with F, right? Now 3 4 5 again I have given 3 underscore symbols. That means total width I want 5 characters only, right? ना उससे कम ना उससे ज़्यादा, 5 character का e name होना चाहिए, right? Second character must be A, right? Now this third character can be replaced by anything, fourth character can be replaced by anything, fifth character can be replaced by anything. Okay, now suppose if I want to change this query, I'll change this query in a different way. See, if I write select and then after A I put a percentage symbol here. Now see how it changes. Now it has displayed 3 names, right? Why 3 names? Earlier I was specifying the width of the column by giving underscore symbols. तो मैंने कितने 4 अंडरस्कोर दिए थे, सेकंड कैरेक्टर A दिया था, टोटल विड्थ 5 कैरेक्टर्स की थी, राइट? सो इट वाज डिस्प्लेइंग द नेम्स ई नेम वेयर द विड्थ वाज 5 कैरेक्टर्स, राइट? Now if I use a percentage can replace one or more than one character. Now this query means what? First character e name का कुछ भी हो सकता है, second character A होना चाहिए, A के बाद में कितने भी characters हो सकते हैं, कोई भी characters हो सकते हैं, right? कितने भी characters हो सकते हैं, underline this word, कितने, this sentence, कितने भी characters हो सकते हैं. That means earlier you were specifying after A there must be 3 characters. Now this percentage means 1 character, 2 character, 3 character, 4 character, more than 4 character, any number of characters, right? And any characters. So see, first character can be anything. So this percentage, this underscore has been replaced by only one character. फर्स्ट रो में M से, सेकेंड रो में J से, थर्ड रो में F से, एक ही कैरेक्टर से रिप्लेस हुआ. देन A रिमेन्स A. इन ऑल द केसेस इट इज A ओनली. आफ्टर A, percentage means any number of characters. So after A there are 3 plus 3, 6, 7 characters. After A, in these cases there are 3 characters. Okay, so a percentage is used where you want to replace one or more characters. Underscore will replace only one character. Okay, then suppose you want to display the details of all those employees where the name ends with, let us say, where the name ends with, I will see the data first, where the name ends with TH. Okay, TH वाली कितनी रोज है? Smith and Seth. Okay, right? There are 2 rows where the name ends with TH. Select star from EMPL where ename like percentage TH. Now see, last two characters must be th. Before that you can have any number of characters, anything, right? If I write query like this, that means the name should start with A. After A there can be anything, right? So the name starts with character A, right? After A it can be anything. In the question paper they will give you some table where surnames are there, then they will ask you to display write a query to display all those names where the name ends with Patil. So what you will write, where ename like सिंगल कोट्स के अंदर परसेंटेज पाटिल, राइट? लास्ट में जिसके भी पाटिल होगा वो सारे नाम दिखा देगा, वो इट विल डिस्प्ले ऑल दोज रोज.